Happy Thursday, love beings. Oh my lordy, what an amazing day to be alive. It's absolutely gorgeous. Last night was cool finally, so we're getting some really good weather in. Wow, what a wave of transformation, and people are going cray cray. People are being triggered in every way. They're a lot of people right now are resistant to change and the transformation, this wave of transformation. So if you're in resistance to it and you're not flowing with it, you're going to have a really hard time swimming in the deep, dark ocean of yourself. When you're in resistance to the truth and the freedom and love within, and you want to battle others, and you want to just, I'm healing, I'm so angry with this person and I feel jealousy and I feel sick to my stomach, but I'm healing. That's not healing, darling. You need to wake up to healing, because when you start healing, when you're in that point of truly healing, you're not in resistance, you are in flow with who you are. Just like the birds, they come. Look at these gorgeous hummingbirds. They come, they flow, they eat. They're not battling the water thing, the nectar. They are accepting that nectar is right there for them. It's available. Abundance is available to you. Love is available to you. Healing is available to you. Once that happens, once the awakening happens on the inside. The awakening is happening anyway, because we're being upgraded to the next level. If you're in resistance to it, or if you are choosing to operate from a demonic lower vibration of selling your soul to fear, then you are going to also have a really, really hard time, especially now, because we're instantly meeting our karma. But today's focus and this video is about healing from a casting couch culture, healing from narcissistic psychopaths who have done so much damage in our personal lives and on the political stage and in the work environment. These people are everywhere, These people are everywhere. And they can cause so much damage to so many people in their world. To heal from a psychopath, it is essential to own your power. I read an amazing article today posted by this beautiful soul that I've been working with. And the article is about the financial transaction that takes place. That if we don't free ourselves, man or woman, it's not just women who are abused, it's men too, all the time, especially in the Hollywood scene, especially in the political scene. And if you don't wake up to who you are, you're going to engage these energies and these transactions. To own who you are, to empower yourself, is to realize that abundance is yours. You are not separate from abundance. You are not separate from the riches of the world. You're not separate from your dream job. You are not separate from being in love and being loved, because that's exactly who we are. We are stardust made from this delicious universe. We are the vibration of infinite abundance and infinite love. We have all engaged and participated in the illusion of selling our souls to less. We have bought the illusions of the sociopaths and the psychopaths of the world and the narcissists of the world. That's why our world is where it is right now. The good news is that we have entered into a new age, a new earth, a new heaven on earth. And when you're experiencing that on your vibrational level, some people call it the 5th dimension, we're now in the 9th dimension, and some people are calling it the 11th dimension. Wherever you are in that vibration of instant manifestations, 0 point energy, where you, through meditation, can tap into the power of manifestations and creating miracles. And so many of us are experiencing that, and we know exactly what it means. And we can even manifest healing instantly. You know, we have the power to manifest anything that we want. And to heal from the psychopath culture and the psychopaths themselves, it's important to acknowledge who we are. Because once you know who you are and you have that sense of confidence about who you are, no one can shake you up. With my experience with my psychopath, he would tell me, oh, projection, the reason that you're saying certain things to me and my mother is because you have a low self-esteem. Keep in mind that they hunt you down. They know who their victims, quote unquote victims, are. If you engage the victim mentality, if you engage a lack of boundaries, if you don't value yourself enough and engage with them, they know that you also have some struggles with your self-esteem. So they know that part. You know, if she doesn't have boundaries with me and I'm able to play my games with her and use her, same thing for men. Men can be used all the time too. So for women psychopaths, it's a very, very similar dynamic. Then it's easy for them to chip at your self-esteem. It's easy for them to try to convince you that, well, you know, it's your self-esteem, it's your jealousy that's creating this dynamic and this conflict in the relationship. Once you are in phase 2 of the relationship and the mask comes off and you expose them and you directly confront them, which is a big mistake. You should never confront psychopaths. Now I know better. You should just pack your bags and walk away, say goodbye with love and walk away and do the healing. That's the most powerful thing you can do. If it's a situation where they've committed a crime, you do need to report that. If they're molesting a child and you have facts and you know that for sure, you need to report that. They need to be held accountable, but it doesn't mean that you need to launch a direct war on them. It's important that you do it in a professional sense, meaning that allow yourself to go focus on your healing and hold them accountable if you have proof, because you know how the court system works. And but my whole point now with psychopaths is, in my experience with being attacked about my self-esteem, I have been pretty confident, and this happened 4 years ago for me, about knowing who I am, a spiritual being in a human body having a human experience. So it's divine manifestation on earth. Knowing that, my response to the psychopath was, I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I'm made of. So you could say all these things to me. It will not shake me up. It will not make a difference in my perception of myself. So my self-esteem has been extremely high in that sense. The fascination of the experience is that I was out of body. I was the observer, anthropologist, looking at the experience, looking at myself in this experience. And that's what it also means, what it means to be in a higher vibration of consciousness and an awakening stage, is that you're actually watching the experience. And now I realize that I was watching the experience, so I can actually share the experience with others. While you see yourself as a victim to the psychopath, in order for you to heal, it is important to recognize your role, the role that you played in it. It's important to set boundaries. It's important to value who you are. Valuing who you are means that you don't give your power away so easily. You have boundaries with when they ask you to do things for them, when they are feeding on your resources, expect things from you. They are extremely charismatic, so they know how to, the psychopath really knows how to manipulate you because they study you. And you're not their only victim. They know exactly how to operate. Another experience I had is when I was with my psychopath. He would make eye contact with younger women whenever we went out at the bar or at the restaurant or the customers, and he would sit there staring at other people to create the energy of jealousy, and because that's what he's used to with other women, and he's trying to trigger a reaction because they dwell and live on dysfunction. I mean, it gives them pleasure, literally, when they can create that energy of fear and dysfunction. So they can show that I'm not the only one who's empty on the inside. See, I can create a sense of jealousy in you. So then he would tell me, I would watch it, like an observer anthropologist, and sometimes point it out. I'm like, so why are you behaving this way? Why are you doing that? I'm curious. And of course, they love to hear that. It's like, it wasn't coming out of jealousy, because I said, I accept you as you are. If this is who you are, I accept you as you are. He's always cheated in all his relationships. Even in his childhood relationship, this woman still is in touch with him. She's been married for so many years. Her husband is sick and dying, and she still engages his charismatic ways because in her mind, he is her love, and that he was honest and it was pure, innocent childhood love, when in fact, it was all based on bullshit because he cheated on her throughout the entire innocent early relationship as well. Maybe I should send this video to her. Anyways, truth is amazing. And so he was doing that. He was trying to do that with me. And when my response was different than all the other women, it would literally infuriate him and make him feel like, okay, why? She's different. You know, how can I control her? How can I bring her down and then feel a sense of success, you know? And he couldn't. So it was a struggle. So he lost interest. So he started displaying less charisma. The mask came off even more. Oh, the reason I am not being close to you physically or mentally is because, you know, what is it in you that's not making me feel close to you? When they can't feed on you and trigger jealousy and anger, they'll use the silent treatment. They'll use other ways to trigger you, to make you feel less. It's amazing. So by taking your power back, by standing up for who you are and learning your boundaries and actually valuing yourself enough, you're disconnecting from and healing from the psychopath. Another thing I'm learning very well is that you need to teach all people how to treat you. Once you learn your boundaries, once you have self-value, you can let people know how to treat you. You can train them on how to treat you. Respect is gained. We can impose respect. We can show up with respect for ourselves, and people will respect us because they see that we respect ourselves. So there's so many other points on how to heal ourselves, and I'll be sharing that with you as well. So much love.